England, they're in action this afternoon against Austria at the Riverside in Middlesbrough, and arguably their hardest home match of the campaign. Sarina Wiegman's side have won all four fixtures so far, averaging an incredible 8 goals a game. Joining me now, it's women's football expert Kate Partridge. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for getting up this early. Now, Wiegman's side have enjoyed a blistering run of form in their opening qualifying matches so far, Kate, but Austria, that could prove their sternest test so far.
Yes, that's right. That's something that Sarina Wiegman admitted as well. Looking at some of the past opponents, I mean, England, the Lionesses have done exceptionally well. They've 4 wins out of 4. They have a goal difference of 32. But looking at some of those teams that they've played before, with the exception of Northern Ireland, who are ranked 48th in the world, some of the other teams were in the hundreds. But Austria is a different challenge. They're 21st in the world and will provide something more of an opponent that perhaps England would need to really face going into the tournament, and particularly as they will face them in the opening game of the Euros as well. Well, in terms of the team news, looking around at England as well, the big team news is the fact that Leah Williamson is out. That's the second captain that's out for Sarina as well. She was, of course, missing Steph Horton anyway due to a whole tranche of injuries for the England team. But now the England captain is out. Jordan Nobbs has been recalled, her Arsenal teammate. And Millie Bright is now going to be the captain for England, who's the Chelsea vice-captain. And for Millie, not much of a surprise there, an experienced player, 43 caps, 28 years of age. So a bit of a hiccup for Sarina Wiegman going into Austria, the toughest game, as she admits, so far in the group. But England, hopefully, the biggest problem they'll have to face this afternoon is going to be the weather up in the northeast.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? Now, Wiegman was recruited because of her ability to turn a team around fast. She did it with Holland for the Euro 2017. How impressed have you been with how she's managed so far?
I think we could only play the teams that are in front of you. If you look at some of the opposition, as I was mentioning earlier, some of them obviously say in the hundreds in world rankings. But if you look at the fact that they haven't conceded any goals, to have 32 goals is impressive. And to have a team that has been so injury hit, missing some of those key players, a lot of those players coming, 4 of them from Manchester City, which is why Manchester City have been suffering so much in the league so far, including the captain, Steph Horton. You're missing the goalkeeper as well in Karen Bardsley. Also Lucy Bronze, key defender there, and also Chloe Kelly up front. And that means that Sarina Wiegman has brought new players in, has rejigged other players as well. Rachel Daly going forwards now as opposed to playing in a defensive role. So in terms of what she's had to do, in terms of the obstacles she's had to face, so far very impressive, and today will be, as she says, her sternest test so far.
I do want to talk about Scotland, the other home nations, Kate. They scored a last gasp goal to salvage a draw against Ukraine last night. Where does that leave them?
Yes, and it was a point that they desperately needed as well. Abby Harrison getting the goal in the 93rd minute. We were following the game thinking, are they actually going to do it? Because Pedro Martinez Losa's team, they really needed a win from that particular game. But he knew that he was up against some key opposition there because Ukraine have a new manager. They have Luis Cortez, who used to be the manager of Barcelona, who last season took Barcelona to a treble. They won the Champions League and also they won a domestic double. So it was tough opposition and this had been anticipated. But to get that last gasp goal really does keep them in with a shout as well. And they have to go to Spain for the next game, as we know. I mean, Spain are sort of running away with it, a goal difference of 35 at the top of their group. So that's going to be a tough ask for Scotland. So it was a point that they desperately needed to stay in the hunt for that second place that would help them, give them towards a playoff spot.
Yeah, as you say there, Spain next. That's going to be a tough one.